प्रश्न संख्या 21 मंगुटा श्रीनिवास रेड्डी। मंगुटा श्रीनिवास। माननीय सदस्यगणों, मैं आपसे पुनः आग्रह करता हूं, प्रश्नकाल के अंदर किसी भी विषय को किधर भी ना इधर ना उधर विषय को नहीं बोलने देगा। प्रश्नकाल मतलब प्रश्नकाल। आप अगर व्यवस्था बना के रखना चाहते हैं, सदन चलाना चाहते हैं, तो सदन इस व्यवस्था से चलेगा। प्रश्नकाल में किसी को भी अलाउ नहीं किया जाएगा। प्रश्नकाल एक महत्वपूर्ण समय होता है और वह मेंबर्स का समय होता है, इसलिए आप ये व्यवस्थाएं हमेशा परंपरा में रही है और आगे इस परंपरा को और ठीक से लागू किया जाएगा। श्रीनिवास रेड्डी। मंत्री महोदय,
जवाब पटल पे रख दिया गया है।
माननीय सदस्य,
Thank you very much, Speaker sir, for giving an opportunity for me to speak first time in this 18th Lok Sabha, sir. Sir, I am very much thankful to my leader, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, for bringing this, issue of declaring Prakash district as a backward district, sir. Sir, in the lines of, with the Honorable Prime Minister and with the Honorable Finance Minister in the lines of Bundelkhand, sir. Sir, I have been fighting this for a long time. When I entered into the 12th Lok Sabha about 26 years back, this issue has been raised, sir. Now today, I am very happy. Yesterday in the budget itself, this has been announced, sir. I am very proud to tell to my people of Andhra Pradesh, Prakash to say that the NDA government has done this, favorable for this.
Papers to be laid on the table. श्री जयंत चौधरी।
मान्यवर, आपकी अनुमति से आज के कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 1 पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लिखित दस्तावेजों को सभा के पटल पर रखता हूं।
श्री पंकज चौधरी।
सभापति महोदय, मैं आज की कार्रवाई की सूची में मेरे नाम के सामने मत संख्या 1/2 पर वर्णित कागजात आपकी अनुमति से सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
श्री नित्यानंद राय।
मैं आज की कार्यवाही में क्रमांक संख्या 3 पर मेरे नाम के सम्मुख उल्लेखित दस्तावेज सभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
श्री सुकंता मजुमदार।
महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से आज की कार्यसूची की क्रम संख्या 1 के क्रम संख्या 4 पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लेखित दस्तावेजों को मैं सभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
रिपोर्ट्स ऑफ द पब्लिक अकाउंट्स कमेटी, Secretary General.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to lay on the table a copy each of the Hindi and English versions of the report numbers 124 to 152nd, total 29 reports of the Public Accounts Committee 23-24 as listed in today's list of business at serial number 2. The reports were presented to the Honorable Speaker on 23rd February 2024 and 29th April 2024 and to the Honorable Chairman Rajya Sabha on 28th February 2024 and 13th May 2024 before dissolution of the 17th Lok Sabha. The Honorable Speaker has ordered
through a delta ranking system whereby according to the baseline the performance of each of these districts, how further it has gone up or down has been decided. Now Andhra Pradesh had 3 districts which were in the list of 112 aspirational districts. However, 2 of these aspirational districts, namely Visakhapatnam and Vijayanagar, were bifurcated. And instead of Visakhapatnam, Alluri.
आप सदन नहीं चलाना चाहते, प्रश्नकाल नहीं चलाना चाहते, सदन में नियोजित तरीके से गतिरोध करना ठीक नहीं है। और माननीय सदस्यगणों, संसद में प्रदर्शन करते समय इस बात का ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि किसी भी माननीय सदस्य को गेट पे आने पे गतिरोध पैदा नहीं होना चाहिए। मैंने बुलाकर भी चर्चा की है और ये उचित नहीं है, मुझे कई मान्य सदस्यों ने लिखा है।
स्पीकर महोदय, आपने जो अभी रिमार्क किया है, कई मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट ने हमको भी अप्रोच किया है कि ये जो मेन पार्लियामेंट का द्वार है,
मुझे लिख के दिया है,
मकर द्वार,
लिख के दिया मुझे,
और आपका संज्ञान में भी आया है, मुझे भी बताया गया है। और दूसरी बात सर, आज क्वेश्चन आवर में जो हमारा ओपोजिशन एमपीज ने जो किया है वो निंदनीय है। ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग में सर, ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग में सारा पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के फ्लोर लीडर ने कहा हाउस अच्छा से चलना चाहिए, नियम से चलना चाहिए, सबने कहा। फिर सदन में आकर के इस तरीके से डिस्टर्ब करना, क्वेश्चन आवर का डिस्टर्ब करना, ये ठीक नहीं है सर।
सदन में मैं व्यवस्था दे रहा हूं कि प्रश्नकाल में न प्रतिपक्ष न सत्ता पक्ष की तरफ से किसी को भी बोलने की इजाजत नहीं होगी, केवल प्रश्नकाल में प्रश्नकाल ही चलेगा, ये व्यवस्था है। सेकंड सप्लीमेंट्री।
Sir, thank you very much, Speaker, sir. Sir, in this minister's reply stated, for especially Andhra Pradesh, only 34 crores has been sanctioned. Out of that, only 49 lakhs only has been spent, sir. What is the reason also, I would like from the Honorable Minister. And not only that, sir, I requested him also whether this 50 crores is going to be increased later. Because 50 crores is a very small amount for a district, for a development, sir. And moreover, sir, one more thing also, whether this, the Prakasham district declared by Honorable Prime Minister with at the instance of my leader, Honorable CM Chandrababu Naidu Garu, that when will it start also operationally, whether they are going to take it up with the existing aspirational districts list also.
Sir, I was trying to make the honourable member understand that aspirational districts are not given funds from out of the government revolving funds. They are given a delta ranking by virtue of which there is competition amongst all the 112 aspirational districts. The first district amongst those 112 per month gets 10 crore rupees. The district that comes second gets 5 crore rupees. Apart from that, there are sectors like health and nutrition and agriculture and water harvesting, which are also assessed. And whoever comes first out of those 112 districts on these parameters is given 3 crores each. So there is no separate budget as such for aspirational districts. All schemes of the central government, all schemes of the state government, they are converged. There is then thereafter there is competition as to which is the best district. So all told, since its inception in 2018, 1,582 crores was given for aspirational districts program, which is devolved to the districts by virtue of delta ranking system. After this, in first phase, which was from 2019 to 22, it was 974 crores. And the second phase, which is from 22 to 24, is for 933 crores, which is still in progress. Now, there seems to be a little bit of confusion in the honourable member's mind, and he's saying that whether we give funds. It is not us who give funds. The funds have been devolved by the Finance Ministry as presented by the Honourable Sitaraman, the Finance Minister. They have given a sizable package to Andhra Pradesh, and right now there is no extra money that can be given through Niti Aayog to these aspirational districts. It has to be a convergence of all schemes that are already in force, whether in the state level or in the central level.
श्री माननीय सदस्य श्री रुद्र नारायण पानी।
सर, मैं उड़ीसा से आता हूं, रुद्र नारायण पानी। धन्यवाद सर। प्रधानमंत्री जी के प्रति जगन्नाथ
इसको पानी करना भैया।
पानी PANY, पीने का पानी। सर, प्रधानमंत्री जी के प्रति जगन्नाथ महाप्रभु का असीम कृपा इस बार हुआ। संयोग से मैं एक आकांक्षी जिला से आता हूं that is Dhenkanal. It is located in central Odisha. सर, हर जिले में एक एक मेडिकल कॉलेज प्रतिष्ठा स्थापना किया जाएगा, ऐसा पिछले 10 साल में कहा गया है और आशा और विश्वास है कि इस आकांक्षी योजना के अंतर्गत ढेंकनाल जिला में एक क्या माननीय मंत्री जी का ये विचार है कि इस योजना के अंदर या किसी दूसरे तीसरे योजना के अंदर ढेंकनाल जिला में मेडिकल कॉलेज और हॉस्पिटल क्या बनाया जाएगा?
जनाब स्पीकर साहब, ओडिशा के अंदर कुल मिलाकर के एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स 10 हैं, जिनमें कुल मिलाकर के जो प्रोजेक्ट्स सैंक्शन हुए हैं वो 104 हुए हैं और जो सैंक्शनड अमाउंट है वो 126 करोड़ है। ये जो मंत्री जी मेरे से पूछ रहे हैं, शायद बेहतर होता मेडिकल कॉलेज के विषय के अंदर अगर हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री से चर्चा करी होती तो वही इस बात के अंदर जवाब देने में ज़्यादा सक्षम होंगे, मैं समझता हूँ।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 22, डॉक्टर नामदेव किरसान।
Sir, it is that. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
आप पहले प्रश्न नंबर बोल दें।
Question number 20.
प्रश्न नंबर 22 बोल दें।
22. Question number 22.
ओके, माननीय मंत्री जी एक
सर सदन के पटल पर उत्तर।
माननीय सदस्य अब पूछें।
सर, ब्रॉडगेज रेलवे लाइन का ये स्कीम है फ्रॉम वर्षा टू गढ़चिरौली। I belong to Gadchiroli Chimur Lok Sabha constituency, which is too backward, and it is tribal district. So this railway line started in 2022, and still the work is going very slowly, and it is not getting completed. And another broad gauge railway line is from Nagpur to Nagbir. That is also, the work is going on slowly. That is the replacement of narrow gauge with the broad gauge. And the Honorable Minister can give the when that will be completed and whether they will expedite the matter and will complete as early as possible. Another thing is that in where this scheme starts from Vadsa, so their underpass has been prepared on the station. So huge water is accumulated during the rainy season under the breeze, and it is very difficult to go another side, and that is way is abandoned for days together. So that has to be done. Another thing is that the train number Vadsa to Chanda Fort 08808 passenger train, that Chanda Fort to Gondia 08805, train number 08724 Gondia to Raipur, train number 57160 Kajipet to Nagpur. These trains have been abandoned, not running since COVID period. So whether the Honorable Minister can start immediately these trains to make convenient to the people, because our people very far area and very remote area, so they face very inconvenient in this matter. So these trains those were not running. So previously it was running before COVID, but they have stopped, and now after COVID is over, so I request that these trains have to be started, and immediately when they will start, they will give the time.
माननीय सदस्य प्लीज। माननीय
और लोग अगर ऐसा आप करते गए, अगर बैलेंस नहीं होगा, डेवलपमेंट कैसा होगा? आज आपके साथ है, कल लोग वो दूसरों के साथ हो गए। ये तो लोग अलग अलग समय में अलग अलग से करते हैं, इसीलिए मैं इसका खंडन करता हूँ। हम सभी पार्टी के लोग इसको खंडन करते हैं इस टाइप के एटीट्यूड के लिए।
Sir, Honorable Finance Minister. Sir, thank you for giving me an opportunity to respond. Much before I respond, they would like to make a lot of noise and go away. In the true spirit of democracy, they don't even want Justice.
Nothing will go on record. Honorable members, please. Honorable members, discussion on the budget was listed today, and I gave floor to the leader of the opposition in expectation that rules will be followed. I find it has been used as a ploy and a strategy. Honorable members, I strongly plead with you, democracy will be seriously threatened if disruption and disturbance are weaponized as a political strategy, as has been done now. Parliament is citadel of constitutional and democratic values and liberties. I am aghast, as a matter of fact, when during the day and days following, we'll have ample opportunity to reflect on the budget presented by the Honorable Finance Minister. There was absolutely no occasion, justification, even remotely, to avail the facility accorded by me for this purpose. I cannot persuade myself but to take serious exception to this unwholesome practice adopted by a senior member, leader of the opposition. I will call upon leaders of the parties to soul search, and my reflections about Rule 267, that in more than 3 decades it has been availed only for half a dozen occasions. And every day of the sitting, I get number of such requests. It is being taken as a routine exercise, as a habit. It has reduced itself to a farcical exercise. In spite of my serious observations yesterday, since no focus has taken place, I have again uploaded the same on your portal, Honorable Finance Minister, to the observations made.
So thank you very much for giving this opportunity, although it is unfortunate that the opposition, particularly a senior leader of the opposition, Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, who stood up to say his views on what he heard of the budget yesterday. I would think, and maybe it's a bit too much to expect, that in the honor of democracy, at least the opposition would have stayed here to listen to what I have to respond now that the leader of the opposition raised issues on the budget which was presented yesterday and tabled in this House yesterday. Just to the point that he raised, that I have not named many states and probably spoke about only 2 states. There are a few points which I have to table here with your permission, voice here with your permission, as to what happens in a speech. Congress party has been in power for a very long time in this country. They presented so many different budgets, and they would know clearly that in every budget, you don't get an opportunity to name every state of this country. I'll take this example. Between vote on account, which was presented on 1st February this year, and now the full budget which was presented yesterday for this year, I have not named very many states. But let me take the example of Maharashtra, for instance. between vote on account and yesterday's budget, in vote on account and in yesterday's budget, I had not named Maharashtra. I'll take it as an example. Cabinet has, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, passed a very important decision. It has taken the decision to set up a very big port in Vadavan in Maharashtra. Did Maharashtra get ignored because I did not mention the name of Maharashtra? 76,000 crores have been announced for that project. Maharashtra's name was not taken in the vote on account, nor was it taken yesterday. But does it mean that we've ignored Maharashtra? And I can take the name of so many other different states where we have major projects, one. And second, if the speech does not mention the name of a particular state, does it mean that the schemes of the Government of India, the programs of Government of India, the externally aided assistance which we obtain from the World Bank and ADB and AIB and so on, institutions such as that, don't go to these states? They go as per a routine. And actually the expenditure statement of the government, the department-wise allocation of the government, clearly item-wise mentions all this. This is a deliberate attempt, and I'm saying this with responsibility. This is a deliberate attempt of the opposition parties led by the Congress party to give an impression to the people, oh, nothing has been given to our states, it's only been given to 2 states. I would challenge the Congress party for all the budget speeches that they've delivered, that in each of the budget speeches, have they named every state of this country? This is an outrageous allegation. This is an outrageous allegation, and now that they've come here, now that the TMC has come here, I would like to say, now that there's a member trying to disrupt me, I would like to say, sir, even the schemes which have been given to Bengal.
Thank you,
even the schemes, Chairman, sir, you should allow me to say this. Even the schemes which have been allocated to Bengal.
Mr. Saket,
sir, you asked me to speak.
No, please don't shout. Don't shout, don't shout.
To speak.
This is not a shouting place. Is it a shouting place? Dr. John Britas, Priyanka Chaturvedi, even senior member Dola Singh. No. Please, no. Take your seat.
Sir, let me just finish, sir. I hope I'll...
Honorable members, one second. Take your seat. 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 Please take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. Honorable members, please take your seat. One second, ma'am. Honorable members.
To complete, sir.
Okay, finish. Finish. 2 minutes.
Sir.
2 minutes.
Yes, I will speak on Bengal. I've already spoken on Maharashtra for the members who chose to walk out of the house without listening to my reply. Sir, let me have some order, sir, in the house.
Honorable Finance Minister,
let me tell you, sir,
you will have ample opportunity to respond to each of them.
Yes, sir, but this kind of a statement by a very senior member of the House, leader of the opposition, it's I think, not acceptable. And let me answer, sir, the members from TMC. Even yesterday, the TMC questioned the budget, saying, oh, nothing has been given to Bengal. Let me just highlight the fact that the several schemes given by Honorable Prime Minister in the last 10 years have not even been implemented in West Bengal. Health insurance. And you have the audacity to ask me now? Bengal should correct its course.
Honorable members, matters raised with permission, Shrimati Mausam Noor. One second.
Sir, my 0 hour
Prabhudev, please. No.
Steps to stop
We will wait for all these issues during the debate.
Sir, thank you for
please take your seat.
My 0 hour.
I have allocated 20 hours. One
Sir,
second.
how can Nirmala
One
ji
second. No.
accuse the
What is
Bengal
this?
government? This is wrong. You owe 1 lakh.
Bengal.
बोलिए. Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel, please, all of you, take your seat, 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 take your seat. Mr. Patel, take your seat, take your seat, take your seat, take your seat. Take it. Jairam, take your seat. Take it. Sir, you created chaos. One second, honorable members. Honorable members. One second. Please allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. Please. Please. One second. All of you take your seat. Please, honorable members. One second. Shrimati Mausam Noor. Shrimati Mausam Noor.
0 hour today
Yes.
is demand to take
Demand. Nothing has been on record.
stop the
Nothing has.
action by the Ganga River in Malda, West Bengal.
One second. Honorable members, no. Shasmit Pata, please. No.
This is injustice to Bengal, sir.
Digvijaji, please.
Finance Minister is insulting Bengal.
Digvijaji,
Finance Minister is insulting Bengal, sir.
Government of
Modi
Mono.
Please. Honorable Minister, please. No. I will. Don't force my hands. Honorable members, please. Honorable members. No, 1 second. Take your seat. No, take your seat. Take your seat. 1 second. Honorable members, Honorable Minister, please. Honorable Minister, nothing will go on record. Please. Nothing will go on record. Honorable members, I gave the floor to leader of the opposition and he made his point. Since the Honorable Finance Minister had to say something, there is a right. Rest of you will have ample opportunity during 20 hours and I will increase the time also to accommodate others. And let us set some example. Please, the way we have done it not good. Please. Shrimati Mausam Noor. Yes, please hear.
Sir, my 0 hour today.
She is raising a good point. One second.
Steps to stop.
1 second. Demand to take. 1 second. Why don't you hear the lady? Demand to take necessary steps to stop erosion by the Ganga river in Malda, West Bengal. Very important point. Yes, madam.
Sir, thank you for accepting my 0 hour as the first notice. You have been very generous. However, the finance minister has not been at all generous. 0 has been given to Bengal in the budget and 0 has been given to battle the floods of Malda. So here I am in parliament speaking for the people of Malda Uttar and Malda Dakshin on behalf of the Trinamool Congress. Sir, every year during the monsoons, Malda, where I hail from, is devastated by major floods and erosions by the river of Ganga, Mahananda, Fulahar and Tangun. But this year, it is more alarming as over the course of time, the rivers have changed its direction and the distance between the two major rivers, Ganga and Fulahar, has come down to only 700 meters, which was earlier almost 8 kilometers apart. If these rivers merge, there will be a huge disaster causing colossal damage. Huge areas of lands will be engulfed by the rivers. People will lose their lands, mango orchards, farming fields, and the situation will render lakhs of people homeless. Especially affected are the blocks of Kaliachok 3, Kaliachok 2, Manik Chowk, Rotua 1, where the Ganga flows,
कोऑपरेशन करके ये एक्शन में सपोर्ट किए तो जरूर जितना प्रोडक्शन बढ़ेगा उतना स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को फाइनेंशियल भी रॉयल्टी भी उनको मिलेगा। मैं आपके द्वारा अनुमति।
आज सभी पहली बार चुन के आए माननीय सदस्यों को सप्लीमेंट्री दी जा रही है। श्री वाई.सी. गद्दम।
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. I come from Peddapalli, Telangana, where we have 15 lakh voters, out of which 5 lakh voters belong to the Singareni workforce, sir. As you all know, PSUs ensure employment and benefits continue to the larger workforce of our country. I request Honorable Kishan Reddy Garu not to privatize Singareni coal mines and to ensure direct allotment to Singareni, because Singareni itself is under great difficulty. We have around 30,000 crores of receivables pending, sir. If allotment is done directly to Singareni, the majority of our workforce will benefit from this great decision. And also, I request to continue the benefits and the same number of jobs continue even if the government is not looking at this situation. I really request Singareni privatization not to be done and Singareni to be saved and public sector units continue, sir. Thank you so much.
मैं आदरणीय संसद जी को बताना चाहता हूं, भारत सरकार कोई कोल माइन का प्राइवेटाइजेशन नहीं कर रहे। सिंगरेनी में पूरा जितने भी अगर सिंगरेनी प्राइवेटाइजेशन करना है उसमें 51% स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का है, 49% गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का है, और दूसरा जो भी पूरा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है 100% स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के हाथ में है। इसलिए मैं आपके द्वारा संसद को, पूरे तेलंगाना जनता को मैं बताना चाहता हूं, सिंगरेनी कोल माइंस प्राइवेटाइजेशन नहीं है, हमारा लक्ष्य में नहीं है। हम उसको मजबूत करना चाहते हैं और मजबूत करना चाहते हैं। अभी अभी मैं मंत्री बनने के बाद जो पहले सरकार था वो सरकार उड़ीसा में कोल माइन मिला है, उसको 15-10 साल से उसका माइनिंग नहीं हुआ था। हमारा बीजेपी सरकार आने के बाद उड़ीसा में मुख्यमंत्री जी से, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल से, हमारा धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी से बात करके सिंगरेनी का एक नया कोल माइन, सिंगरेनी देखते हुए नया कोल माइन दिलाया नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार उड़ीसा में कांग्रेस बीजेपी सरकार आने के बाद। इसलिए मैं बताना चाहता हूं, आज सिंगरेनी कोल माइन्स में जो भी है, अभी इवन मैं एक विषय बताता हूं, जितने भी कोल माइन्स ब्लॉक्स है हमारा कोल इंडिया भी ओपन एक्शन में लेते हैं। सो भी जितने भी पीएसयू है, पब्लिक सेक्टर पीएसयू से हो, ऐसा सिंगरेनी भी पीएसयू आके ले सकते हैं। मैं उनको बताना चाहता हूं, सिंगरेनी आने वाले दिन में हमारा भी 49% केंद्र सरकार का है, प्राइवेटाइजेशन नहीं करेंगे, पूरा एम्प्लॉइज को सपोर्ट समर्थन करेंगे, सिंगरेनी को समर्थन करेंगे। मोदी सरकार सिंगरेनी कोल माइन्स के साथ है।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 24 श्रीमान ज्ञानेश्वर पाटिल।
24
माननीय मंत्री महोदय, माननीय सदस्य,
अपने आप को न्याय देने वाला कंट्री बोलता है, अपनी पार्लियामेंट में टेररिज्म एक्ट को कंडेम करता है, लेकिन जो कनिष्क एयरक्राफ्ट की फ्लाइट उनकी अपनी जमीन से उड़ी, जो कि सिक्योरिटी लैप्सेस के खुद जिम्मेवार थे, उस घटना के विक्टिम्स को आज तक वो न्याय नहीं दे रहे हैं। अचंभित करने वाली बात यह भी है कि कनाडा ने अभी तक सिर्फ एक व्यक्ति को कन्विक्ट किया है और वो सजा भी इतनी कम थी कि वो बाहर आ गया। सर, मैं पंजाब से आता हूं, जहां से कितने परिवारों ने अपने लोगों को इस घटना में खोया है, लेकिन आज सर 40 वर्ष के बाद भी इन मृतकों के परिवारों को न्याय नहीं मिला। मैं सर विशेष धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा अपने माननीय सभापति जी का कि उन्होंने इन परिवारों की दुख और वेदना को समझा और इस सदन में पिछले सत्र में मौन रखाया, इस घटना का संज्ञान लिया और कहा कि विक्टिम को न्याय मिलना चाहिए। सर सिर्फ आधा मिनट
खत्म हो गया, आप रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रहा है। माननीय डॉक्टर अशोक मित्तल जी, इट्स नॉट गोइंग ऑन रिकॉर्ड। 3 मिनट का ही समय होता है, प्लीज। माननीय श्री निरंजन वीसी जी, डिमांड फॉर इंक्रीजिंग रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अंडर द PMGSKY scheme.
Thank you, sir. Sir, our Honorable ex-Chief Minister of Odisha, Sri Naveen Patnaik ji, had raised concern over the inadequate financial support from the central government in the field of road connectivity and infrastructure development of Odisha. Despite numerous projects announced by the Government of India, including initiative for the construction of national highways and roads to enhance road connectivity, minimal progress has been made in confirming these commitments into tangible results. In addition to that, there has been a noticeable decline in the length of road construction under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana PMGSY, a centrally funded scheme over the years posing significant challenges to the road infrastructure of Odisha. In response to these challenges, the then Odisha government, led by our ex-Chief Minister, Sri Naveen Patnaik ji, had initiated projects such as the State Highway Development.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.